welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A rivalry that spans 6 decades and 1,200 miles of Atlantic coastline is ready to go here in Miami. It's the Jets against the Dolphins, and it's coming up next. On the visiting sideline, Aaron Glenn, head coach of the Jets. His guy's one of the final winless teams in football this season, trying to change that here. Across the field, that's head coach Mike McDaniel of the Dolphins. His guy's more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. Kate Scott joined by Brock Hewitt. The ball's teed up, and here we go. Rivalry week at Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. Leading them out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
I really hate to say this, and when you start 0-3, the numbers will just tell you flat out. Week 4 becomes a must-win game for you to save some playoff hopes. And in a must-win situation, really all eyes turn to their quarterback for a signature performance that keeps hope alive and elevates everybody around him.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches.
At the 31-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down and less than a yard.
Fields sneaking it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Jets.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
There's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Well, Brock, every football fan knows that these two have been rivals for decades. As of late in the AFC East, they've had their struggles. Last division title either team was 2008. Last playoff win, kind of shockingly, coming all the way back in 2011.
Kate, some of the biggest names in the history of the sport. Joe Willie, Namath, Dan Marino, Don Shula. Over the last 30 years, the Jets, they've had 11 coaches. The Dolphins, 12. You just can't sustain success without continuity.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So here's Jack Brownie to punt this one away. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lab this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDaniel. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Chan again. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
Finds his back, Achane. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So they get dings for the holding. Got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for third down. Tua now from the gun. Caught quickly on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Third and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Second down carry for Achane. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and 13.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away.
The Jets take over first.
The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And it's an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Off play action, it's Fields. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So a dime look defensively from the Dolphins here on this third down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded. Force a fourth down.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Tyreek Hill deep for the Dolphins. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So after their next drive, come the Miami Dolphins, sporting this week their alternate dark water rivalry jerseys, Brock. A bit of a departure from the typically bright uniforms that we're used to seeing them in. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
This one's caught. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Chan, a first down carry. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That's brought in by Westbrook Akine. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Some room to work. And he's got it. It's in close. And this is down all the way to the 3.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do. Knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does two things. Number one, it strikes fear in the defense. And number two, you gain respect of your teammates.
Third and 2. Now Tagovailoa. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins go up 6-0 here in the first. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jets, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jets offense now set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on second down.
Down the field, he's got Wilson. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They pick up 20 yards there, and it'll give the Jets a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First and 10. Here's Fields. Rolling into enemy territory. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Lazard, the motion man left. Going on first down. Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they get this down to the 28. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Another throw for Fields. Short pass brought in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Fields again. Go left side. Taylor has it. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him.
Still second down.
They'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Fields throwing once more. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Firing one deep for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. This makes it up to the 25. The Miami offense headed out there now. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. They'll start the drive with Achan. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. The first carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Third down.
Trying to pick it up here with Achan. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. Trying for it, it's Achan. Has the 1st and more, past midfield. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins get 6 more on their early advantage. Devon Achan with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11.
14. Jets 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. The scoreboard reads 14-3. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll begin a new drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. Well, a lot of effort there, partners, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The one defender failed. His buddy was there to swarm to the ball to make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They give on second to Hall. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
It's 4th down.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Now give to Gordon, coming right. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. It was not that long ago, Brock, that a linebacker on a running back was a mismatch that you wanted. That is no longer the case, as he's comfortably there to tip that away.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, because back in the day, those linebackers were 240, 250, sometimes 260 pounds. And it's such a disadvantage in space, but that's not the case anymore. These guys, well, most of them can really run.
So 2nd and inches, they took their shot, Brock. They threw the football, as a lot of teams are going to do in that situation. But it backfires as the 3rd down run gets turned away.
You know what that effort creates, Kate? That creates that offensive coordinator never taking a shot again on 2nd and inches.
Tagovailoa to throw on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds 4 yards shy of that end zone. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Gordon. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Dolphins keep their drive alive and reach Pater 1 play later. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Xavier Gipson now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jets have to begin another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Connects with his back. Hall. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Play action, Fields. Vacates quickly left side. He's running with it. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that one the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there. Well, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, and you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play in the future.
He puts some air under it deep. Brought in inside the 20. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 40. That's good for a Jets first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing.
And the Dolphins are going to get to him, and he is dropped. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards, but Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Third and long for him here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was third and extra long, and now it's fourth and forever.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So Mike McDaniel getting his Dolphins out there for their next drive. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10. They'll try the middle with Gordon. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is brought in at the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to get the Dolphins a first down.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to first and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netting some positive yards.
That second down run is only going to manage a yard. Here they come. This is third and 5.
Third and 5.
Tua now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's fourth down now.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go. The Jets, down receiver Garrett Wilson, back out to take possession. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he will have this to up around about the 15-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for that defense. You pin him back. It's a terrible field position to run the ball, but they run it right down your throat and move the chains. That stings.
And he's out of bounds at the opposing 15-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
A gain of 71 yards.
This set of downs starts with an option right. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Fields out of the gun. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Dolphins pick it up. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, here's Tua. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's Achane up the middle.
Devon Achane, the ball carrier.
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Jets take their first time out, and they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. And it's the Jets about set to begin their drive. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on 1st down. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. 2nd down and 10. Fields completed over the middle. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. Fields now on 3rd. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
First down, New York.
Now Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Wilson.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10.
Back to throw, here's Fields. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set.
A loss of 7 yards.
Fields now, 3rd and long. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Once again, it is Jack Browning now for the punt. Back to return this one is Tyreek Hill. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
Hill on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times can't get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. Here's a screen for Achane. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Upping in tempo with some hurry-up offense.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Tagovailoa off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's Tua again. Oh, what a catch. Back in the end zone. We got to check the feet. Check the feet. Did he get it? Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
After review of the
So
play,
they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins get more points to end a lopsided first half. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins grow the lead now to 22 points.
Jets 6. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Gibson now to return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37. We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Lots to talk about from the weekend that was. This a fitting capper to a compelling week, so let's get after it. Our journey through the NFL starts now. We begin at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. And this is Jordan Love, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Packers are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. Next up, we got a couple of heavyweights in the AFC. A lot of folks were looking forward to this one. Ravens, Chiefs in KC. And it's Isaiah Pacheco. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And it's Puka Nacua. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Rams get back to 500, 2 up, 2 down as they get the victory at home. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So Mike McDaniel getting his Dolphins out there for their next drive. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
That's a solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Escapes a defender. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Miami.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's a give for right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate, right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they're not going to get him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line. 8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. All right, here we go. They nearly gave it away on the pick, but the offense still out there. They're looking for 6. Again, it's Tagovailoa. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Taken in by Hill, right side. And in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. This has become must-score territory now every time out since they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. They fake the handoff. Now Fields. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. George Brooks comes up with it. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't...
Space on the right. He's got room. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins continue piling onto this lead.
Jets 6. Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. On return, here comes Davis. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now here comes the New York offense. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Throwing on first down, Fields finds the in route complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He'll come up on 1st and 10.
And the Jets, first down. A gain of 11.
Shotgun snap to Fields.
First down, Jets.
Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Fields looking to throw. This one quickly to Taylor. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's another Jets first down.
From the red zone now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Dolphins bring in a 5th defensive back on 3rd. 3rd and long for him here. Connects with his back, Hall. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on. He's happy to bring them 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Ashton Davis on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Chan running right. No one's around him. He's got space. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
25 yards on the play. That's That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And stick with Achane. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins keeping the pedal forward and adding 6 more. Devon Achane with the touchdown. And he is all smiles down there. He's got his 2nd rushing score this game, and they've got an even bigger lead in this second half.
Well, we know it because we call these games week to week, Kate. Almost every single one of them seems to be a one-possession nail-biter. To build this kind of cushion and to do it with the strength of his legs, yeah, they're worthy of those smiles down there.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins continue adding on to that lead.
49, Jets 9. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You gotta think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Play action now. It's Fields. Now he takes it.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
At the 33-yard line.
Left side cut by Lazard. And he's brought down at the line.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Oh, that one didn't have any of it.
Driving dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa hits his running back. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Tua off the play fake. Finds his back, Achane. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop them. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Leading with Achane here after the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule.
brings up
I have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Dolphins football. They don't got to do much. They've already earned a massive lead. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Back to throw. Tua. Here's a screen for Achane. And he takes it down to the 33. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
And out to Gordon. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play, because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Second down carry for Achane. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
No throw. 3rd and long. Hits him on the end route. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
18. And the Dolphins 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. It's Achane on the inside give. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Harrison Phillips on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Achane again. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them. 3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks instead. Well, the defense is energized with that stop.
A 22-yard attempt.
Sanders sends it through, and the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Sanders all set to send it away. Gibson now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. The Jets offense now set to take over. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First down throw for Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Now it's Fields. Set up the screen here for Hall. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Extra DB out there for the Finns. Third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 12.
They'll air it out on third. Complete beyond the marker. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First down.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
He'll get this complete to Lazard. And on first down, no place to go here. They're going to take him out about a yard behind the line. Offense to the line, second down. Throwing again, it's Fields. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. 36 for them to figure out now.
Third down.
Fields throwing once more. And the Dolphins are going to get to him. He is dropped. And they come up big on third down there with the set.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Punt team on the field. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's good for the Dolphins. First down.
You know, one secret ingredient on these jet sweeps to take off like that, Kate, it's timing. We talk about timing and precision in the passing game, but it's the same thing on a jet sweep. You got to hand it off just at the right time to capture an edge like he just did.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They run, it's Achane. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a pickup of 11, and it'll be first down, Miami.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Achane, the first down carry. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to find a cutback upfield, but nothing doing. They take him down for a loss.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Third down run from Achane. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
He fields this at the 18. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Jets out to begin another drive. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Fields on first down. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Fields on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack brings the offense to fourth down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
A 54-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Miami set to take over once again on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Nearly went the other way, but only an incompletion on second down. Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on third and long. To the air on third and long. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now they'll hand it off to Achan. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Will McDonald.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
He's keeping it, and he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And this one does not go far.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. You need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Throwing on first down. Fields finds him over the middle. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line.
season.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. Well, what began as just a good start to this season might be becoming something a little bit better, Brock. 4-0 now. There may be some serious legs to the start they're having here.
Yeah, let's not go calling them the 72 Dolphins yet, Kate. A lot of season left. But you'll hear coaches, especially in this first month of the season, call it stacking wins.
Yep.
And you know, if you can sustain success and you stack these wins early, you're typically a playoff team late.